What if I told you that everything you've been doing to find love, chasing approval, seeking validation, trying to fit in, might actually be the thing that's holding you back from the true love you deserve? Sounds counterintuitive, right? But the truth is, the key to attracting the right partner isn't about constantly seeking validation from others. It's about learning to love yourself first. So many of us get caught up in the idea that we need someone else's approval to feel worthy of love. We chase the wrong things, trying to fill an inner void, only to find ourselves more disconnected than ever. But here's the truth. True love comes when you stop seeking it. When you embrace your authentic self, when you stop pretending to be someone you're not, love finds you. In this video, I'm going to show you why seeking validation is not the way to attract love, and how letting go of this mindset will change everything. Ready to stop chasing love and start living it? Let's dive in. Let's take a moment to reflect. How many of you have ever felt like you're just not enough? You put in so much effort, trying to please others, whether it's your friends, family, or a partner. You constantly look for that one word of approval, that validation that tells you you're doing the right thing. But no matter how much you give, it never feels like it's enough. You keep running in circles, always seeking that external confirmation that you are worthy of love and attention. The truth is, we've all been there. That feeling of inadequacy can be so draining. It's like you're constantly trying to measure up to someone else's expectations, wondering why, no matter how hard you try, you never seem to truly get the validation you crave. And the worst part? The more you seek validation from others, the more disconnected you feel from yourself. It's as though you lose touch with who you really are, focusing so much on what others think that you forget to honor your own feelings, desires, and worth. This can leave you feeling emotionally exhausted and even lonely. You start doubting yourself, questioning whether you'll ever be truly loved for who you are. The constant struggle to please others often comes at the cost of your mental and emotional well-being, leaving you in a cycle of doubt and low self-esteem. But here's the thing, you are enough. The need for constant validation is just a reflection of not valuing yourself first. It's not about changing who you are to fit others' expectations. It's about realizing your worth and knowing that true love can only come when you love yourself completely, without needing anyone else's approval. Let me share a story about someone I'll call Sarah. Sarah was like many of us, constantly seeking approval from everyone around her. From a young age, she learned that being loved meant meeting other people's expectations. Whether it was the way she looked, the things she said, or the way she behaved, everything was about making sure others approved of her. In her relationships, this need for validation became a pattern. She would go above and beyond for her partners, always trying to be the perfect girlfriend, hoping that if she gave enough, she would be loved enough in return. But despite her efforts, she found herself feeling empty and unnoticed. Her relationships were often one-sided, and no matter how much love she gave, it never seemed to be reciprocated. Sarah couldn't understand why love felt so elusive. One day, after another relationship ended in disappointment, Sarah hit a breaking point. She realized that she was always trying to fix herself to fit the mold of what others wanted, and in the process, she lost herself. In that moment, she made a choice. She was going to stop chasing validation. She decided to take time for herself, focus on her passions, and reconnect with her true identity. She began practicing self-love, setting boundaries, saying no when needed, and, most importantly, learning to value herself just as she was. As Sarah worked on her self-love journey, something incredible happened. She started attracting relationships that were based on mutual respect, honesty, and genuine connection. She realized that when she stopped trying to be someone she wasn't, the right people came into her life, people who loved her for who she truly was. And the best part? Sarah didn't have to chase anyone's approval anymore. The love she had been searching for was already inside her, And once she realized that, everything else fell into place. Here's the core truth that so many of us overlook. Self-love isn't selfish, it's essential. We've been conditioned to believe that loving ourselves first means we're arrogant or self-centered, but nothing could be further from the truth. In reality, self-love is the foundation of any healthy, lasting relationship. If you can't love yourself, how can you truly give love to others? And more importantly, how can you attract the kind of love you truly deserve? When you invest in yourself, when you acknowledge your own worth and prioritize your own happiness, you naturally become more authentic. You stop wearing masks or pretending to be someone you're not just to fit in or gain approval. This authenticity is what makes you magnetic. People are drawn to realness, to someone who is confident in who they are. Authenticity is the key to attracting genuine connections. Think about it for a moment. When you're constantly changing yourself to meet others' expectations, you're not really showing who you are. And while that might attract people on the surface, it won't create deep, meaningful relationships. True love isn't built on pretenses or false versions of yourself. It's only when you embrace who you truly are, flaws and all, that you can invite someone else to love you for the person you really are. That's the kind of love that lasts. Now, this doesn't mean that self-love comes overnight. It's a journey, and it's one you should take for yourself, not for anyone else. By prioritizing your own well-being, focusing on your passions, and setting boundaries that honor your needs, you create space for the right person to come into your life. The more you embrace your authenticity, the more the right people will recognize and value you. You won't have to chase anyone's affection. It will find you naturally, because you'll be in alignment with your true self. This is the love you deserve. Deep, meaningful, and rooted in mutual respect. And it all starts with the decision to stop seeking validation and start honoring who you are at your core. Now, let's get into some practical steps you can take to stop seeking validation and start building a healthier relationship with yourself. These actions are simple yet effective, and with consistent practice, they'll help you grow stronger in self-love. 1. Set boundaries. The first step is learning to set healthy boundaries. This means saying no when something doesn't feel right for you or when you feel like you're stretching yourself too thin. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's an act of self-respect. By doing this, you start to protect your energy and prioritize what truly matters to you, instead of constantly seeking others' approval. 2. Practice self-care. Self-care goes beyond occasional indulgences. It's about nurturing your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Make time for activities that make you feel good, whether that's exercising, meditating, reading, or spending time with loved ones. By taking care of yourself, you reinforce the idea that you deserve love and attention, regardless of others' opinions. 3. Use affirmations. Affirmations are powerful tools for boosting self-esteem. Start each day with positive affirmations like, I am worthy, I am enough, and I am deserving of love. These words may feel awkward at first, but with time, they'll shift your mindset. As you repeat them daily, you'll start believing them and rely less on external validation. 4. Focus on your passions. When you invest your time and energy in what you truly love, you create fulfillment that doesn't depend on other people. Whether it's a hobby, a creative pursuit, or a personal goal, passion helps you reconnect with your true self. As you focus on what excites you, you'll naturally become less concerned about the opinions of others. 5. Celebrate small wins. Take time to celebrate the small victories along your journey. Whether it's a successful self-care day, setting a boundary, or simply remembering your worth, each win is a step towards greater self-love. These small moments will help you stay motivated and remind you that you're on the right path. Start small with 1 or 2 of these practices and be consistent. Over time, they'll become part of your routine, and the need for validation will naturally diminish as you build a stronger, more authentic relationship with yourself. Picture yourself walking into a room, head held high, shoulders back, and a smile that radiates warmth and confidence. Your presence doesn't need validation. It simply exists. As you move through the space, you notice how people are drawn to your energy, not because you're seeking attention, but because you exude the kind of strength and self-assurance that is magnetic. Now, envision waking up each morning feeling proud of who you are. No need for external praise to remind you of your worth. You've learned to love yourself in all your imperfections. Your eyes sparkle with the knowledge that you are enough, exactly as you are. When you look in the mirror, you see someone who is unapologetically authentic, someone who stands confidently in their own skin. As you focus on your own growth, picture how your relationships begin to shift. You attract people who resonate with your energy, those who appreciate you for your true self, not for the validation you can give them. You no longer feel the need to chase love, because you are already surrounded by it. First and foremost, from within. The beauty of this transformation is that it's not about perfection. It's about embracing yourself, flaws and all, and realizing that you have always been worthy of love. By focusing on your own growth, you create the space to experience deeper, more meaningful connections, both with yourself and with others. This is the power of self-love. Now, it's time to take action. The first step toward breaking free from the cycle of seeking validation is to make a choice today. I challenge you to take just one small step towards self-love. Start by writing down an affirmation that resonates with you. Something like, "I am worthy of love and respect," or "I am enough, just as I am." Say it to yourself every day and let it become your truth. Alternatively, set a personal boundary, something that protects your energy and well-being. Maybe it's saying no to something that doesn't align with your values, or taking a break from a relationship that drains you. The key is to begin the journey, even if it feels small. Remember, every action you take towards self-love and authenticity is a step closer to the life and relationships you've always desired. You don't need anyone's approval to be great, to be loved, or to feel worthy. You've got everything you need within you. So, start today, and let this be the moment you take control of your happiness and your life. Remember this, true love is not something you need to chase. It will find you when you stop seeking external validation and focus on nurturing the love you already have for yourself. Never forget that you are worthy of deep, meaningful love, just as you are. There is no need to mold yourself into someone else's idea of perfection. By staying true to who you are, you'll naturally attract the love and relationships that align with your true essence. So, believe in yourself. Trust in your journey. You have everything within you to create the kind of love you deserve. You are enough, and the best is yet to come. Keep shining, keep growing, and remember, true love begins with the love you give to yourself. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're embracing self-love and stopping the search for validation. Remember, you have the power to create the life and love you deserve. Stay true to yourself and keep believing in your incredible worth. You are enough. Until next time, keep shining.